Liam. Hi.
Kim, Sheila, hello.
Sheila, hello. Kim, hi.
Beverly,
Beverly,
hi.
hello.
It hasn't even started on our computer yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't hit play. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it helps when you hit play.
How's everybody doing today? Hey, Peter.
Howdy, Peter. Have you gotten your goodie yet from Jeff? We left your goodie at Jeff's house when we left last week, or whatever it was. And have you got it yet?
When I talked to Jeff yesterday, he said he hadn't been back over to his place.
Oh,
so
okay.
Probably not.
Well, probably not then. I mean, it's not like you're ready for it yet anyway. I still don't think you've kicked... Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Long time no see.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I didn't see you earlier, but Wiley did.
We just seen Tony, a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
About noon he got here. I milled up some cedar for him to build some more flower beds.
Yeah.
Or garden beds, raised garden beds, whatever. And
this thing, the water doesn't come out fast enough.
I had too much going on. I wasn't able to do any videoing whenever he come and picked the wood all up. But hey, Patty.
I didn't even know Tony was here. Wiley didn't even tell me.
Yeah, he just sent me a text message, and Jen was in the restroom, I think, and I just jumped up and run out. I didn't even tell her. I'm trying to take Jeff out to lunch, so he'll give it to me, but he hasn't given it to me yet. Okay. Where's Jeff? He's not been on lately. I don't know.
I don't know. I talked to him yesterday. Yeah. He was fine.
He's fine. I don't know what's going on. So, anyway, yeah, I just run up to the end of the driveway. Didn't even take the camera with me. Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Didn't even take the camera with me, so I didn't get Tony on video. But we
did talk about him.
But we did video the milling process.
Hey, Katie.
And hello, Katie. And we did video the milling process, and that video will probably be coming out here in
next week sometime.
Next week sometime, yeah. Whenever I can get her to do something.
Shush.
Hey,
Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
So tomorrow we'll take. I'll be putting out the video from Wiley's perspective of the raising the roof at Mama V's house.
Yeah, just showing all my work.
Yeah, we also got Jess power hooked up, so
yep.
That'll be in that video. That'll come out tomorrow afternoon, and then I've got a freeze drying video that's going to come out on this our main channel, Our Mountain Home.
Hello, Jesus and Lord.
And then after that, after I get those two done, then Wiley's sawmill video will come out. So it'll probably be the end of next week.
Like expected about June.
Actually,
Carol.
Hey, Carol. I want to say it'll be the end of next week, but the end of next week we're going to Arkansas. So
yeah.
I have my last 2 days of physical therapy. This time it's actually going to be my last 2 days because I'm not going to be getting any more because we're going to be moving.
I thought you was going to. When did you make that decision?
Then you must have misheard me because I told you.
Because we was talking about coming back and having to stay in a motel and all that.
No, that's for my doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I got to go to the doctor every 6 weeks for a checkup. So we'll be in Oklahoma often.
Maybe we can do a live then? Hey, that's a good idea.
Do a live when?
It's actually, I'm assuming when we go to Arkansas. But honestly, it's probably going to turn out that we'll have to do one of our lives then because it could be Wednesday, it could be Friday, so we're not sure.
Hey, Kelly, how's it going?
I wish I could freeze. I wish I had to get a freeze dryer. They are pricey.
They
are pricey,
They are
Kim.
pricey.
Yeah.
So when we first got ours, we used it to freeze dry, because a lot of you may know, a lot of you may not know, I'm not sure. But we used to serve a meal to the community every week, a free meal. And so we'd serve, give or take 100 people every single week. And we used the freeze dryer to freeze dry any leftovers we had from that. Also, when we'd find fruit and stuff on sale, we would freeze dry it and then hand it out in little packets to the homeless and stuff in our community.
Yeah, because 75% of the people that visited us while we was doing the free meals was homeless. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the freeze-dried stuff worked out perfect giving that to the
because they don't have a way to cook, and 99% of the food they have access to is junk food because it's non-perishable. Like the candy bars and crackers and packets of junk food. So yeah.
Katie said she rode all the way back from Alabama with us, so she might as well ride to Arkansas with us. She's a good map reader.
Heck yeah.
And maybe you can keep Jen in line and not get me lost.
We need Rachel as the co-pilot. I don't see her in here right now, but Rachel at Back to Good, she made a really good co-pilot.
And Katie did too?
As we were talking about it, she was sending me, links to restaurants and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, we're actually going to go, hey, Mike.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Mike.
We're going to be going to Arkansas. We don't know what day it's going to be yet, because we're waiting on the surveyor to get back to us. But he said it would be the end of next week.
Hello, Gene.
So, and then Emily's already got a job interview.
Yeah, so on whatever day we go, we've got to make time to take Emmy to a job interview.
And meet with the surveyor.
And meet with
Sheila
Tubbs to pick up our new kitchen.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll sign up now for Map Leader Boss. Awesome. So, I know there's a stretch on I-40 where we don't get cell service.
Yeah, there's a couple spots we lose service. We'll just see how it works out. But, hey, Glenn and Shannon.
And the girls will be with us, so we'll have to see how they behave.
But I can tell you, it would be a much quieter ride because we'll be driving the van.
Oh, right, yeah. We'll be in our minivan, so I can actually hear myself think, I love Wiley's truck so much. I really do. But you can't take a phone call or, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to yell to talk to each other. He needs some of that Dynomat to.
Yeah. I need a lot of sound deadening. I need a lot of
seals,
new rubber door seals and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, one of these days it'll happen, and it'll be a little more quiet of a ride inside my truck. But as for now, it's fine with me. I love the sound of it, so it don't bother me a bit.
Well, and usually he rides around in it by himself because I'm at home with the kids. So
yeah, I can't ever get her to do anything.
So it don't matter because he's not trying to talk to nobody anyway. Our cold weather has returned. Yeah. It's supposed to be cold here this weekend. I think we have a cold front coming in, and we're supposed to drop down into the 20s and 30s at night and like 30s and 40s during the day.
So Jen screwed up, and we ordered propane, 3 months ago?
It was August or September, probably.
And I told her to order enough propane to get us through until we move. We ran out of propane, guys. We had to have more delivered today. So she screwed. It's all her fault.
Yeah. Every time you move, it's like, I don't know if it's shaking this or something, but every time you move, it's shaking that cord and shaking the camera.
What about headphones and a mic when you're driving? Well, Tony, we tried that, and it, of course, we was just buying cheap noise-canceling mics and stuff, and just didn't work out very well. But I'm sure if we spent the right kind of weather, or right kind of money, I'm reading that comment.
Hey, Rachel, were your ears burning? I was just talking about you.
Thank Tim the Toolman Taylor. Yeah.
Right? Yes. Put that LS on a lawnmower.
Yeah, right.
See how fast you can go.
Yeah, it's not, the winter's not quite here yet, but
it was really nice yesterday.
Awesome, Kim.
And the day before.
That's good to hear.
What'd she say?
They put the camera up and it works great.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
awesome.
Awesome.
You're welcome. Glad you could use it, because when we moved to Arkansas, we can't use those Wi-Fi cameras.
I've got 2 cameras, maybe 3 cameras that are 4G. We're going to be able to use in Arkansas, but we have a ton of other. I mean, if somebody wants them, we've actually got some cameras that's, Wi-Fi cameras out here that we're not going to be able to use.
Yay! So, Tony and Angie are treating their new Blackstone. Woohoo!
Whoa, man. I need that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You told me when you was here, Tony, if I needed anything to call you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I need that Blackstone.
Yeah.
Really.
Right. Be careful what you ask for. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Howdy, Sean.
I presume you and Kelly made it back to Oklahoma fine after Mama V's.
Actually, though, you know, I'm joking about the Blackstone, getting that. Hey, Evelyn, how's it going? Getting this food trailer from Sheila. It already has a 3-burner propane griddle in it, so that's going to be absolutely perfect.
Yes, it is.
It's not a Blackstone, but it's going to be just as good.
Mm-hmm,
I'm just as happy with it.
Yep. I think if I need to bake anything, I'll just have to use the Dutch oven and a fire, though. But that'll be okay.
He told me that I had to talk to Angie about it.
Oh, Peter said, let me know about those cameras. So, Wiley, you don't... Oh. The food truck, what?
She said, yeah, the food truck has a grill.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was just giving Tony crap, but...
Yeah, because we just talked to him a while ago.
Yeah.
He was saying, when we come back to Oklahoma, if we need anything, holler at him. Or when we leave Oklahoma, if we need anything, holler at him. And so, yeah, Wiley was just joking.
That griddle is actually going to be perfect. That's what I said. It's not a Blackstone, but, I mean, to me, it's better than a Blackstone because it's mine.
Yeah. We don't care about name brands so much as it works good.
And actually, it's a commercial. I'm sure it's a commercial griddle, so it's probably better than a Blackstone, honestly.
Probably.
I mean...
Yeah. If that's what you want to tell yourself.
Yeah. That's what I want to tell myself. That's what I'm going to believe.
Yeah. So if y'all didn't notice, it's nice and quiet in the house right now. That's because we kicked the kids out and they're cleaning the yard.
Yeah, they're out there working.
Yeah.
Yep. Supposed to be. They're probably out there playing on their phones.
Or frisbees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still.
One of our good friends sent them some frisbees that have LED lights on them so you can play with them at night. And
they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome. So they go out there after dark usually and play with them.
Yep. Yeah, and so if you throw it and you miss it and you can't find it, after it sets still for a few minutes, oh hey, I forgot to take the tag off. After it sits still for a few minutes, the LED lights flash on it, so so you can locate it at night. It's pretty
I think
cool.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
And they're rechargeable, which is really awesome. Sean said, "You want to come clean mine?"
So Peter, I will absolutely keep you in mind whenever everything happens, and I'll get you a camera or two for sure.
We're gonna leave we're gonna leave a few of our 4G cameras here. That way we can keep an eye on the place when we're gone.
Yeah, Glenn and Chan. Better than the glow-in-the-dark frisbees from my childhood. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what else we got to talk about?
I don't know.
You done talk too much and run us out of stuff to talk about.
I know we're not even 15 minutes in already. Y'all got any questions for us?
Hey, Ace.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah. We don't care. Kids ain't around. So yeah, we just getting things done around here and
trying to get the yard cleaned up, trying to get spaces. When are y'all going to Arkansas? James, we should be going towards the end of next week.
Yeah.
Just making a trip over there. We're not 100% sure yet. Do you know if Mom V still wants a clawfoot tub? There's a nice one on Facebook for $200. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if she's got anything or not.
So, I think clawfoot tubs are super awesome.
Yeah.
So long as you have a separate shower.
Right.
Because in our bathroom that we have now here, we used a cattle trough that we got from Atwoods, and we just like sunk it down into the floor. And it's super cool, but you have to have a wraparound shower curtain. And let me tell you, like, it doesn't matter what you do, that shower curtain is always sticking to you. So I will never do that again.
Yeah, and I think it would be the exact same way with a clawfoot.
Oh yeah,
because you have to have that wraparound curtain.
It absolutely would, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we won't be doing that again.
So James, we don't know exactly because the guy just told us towards the end of next week. He's supposed to call us a day or two in advance to let us know what day we got to meet him over there.
Mm-hmm,
so we're not 100% sure yet. Katie, yes and no. So as of right now, no. There is a couple of lots that's supposed to be turned back in to the owner of the place over there. One of them, I think, is a 5-acre lot, and one of them is like 3.5 acres. The 3.5 acres is actually attached to ours. So we're going to try to get it, but there will be one coming available.
We don't know.
Well, I say that. A lot of the people over there have already contacted the owner and is like, hey, when one comes available, let me know. So whether they actually come available or not, I don't know, because they may already be spoken for.
A good website to check out, though, is landwatch.com.
Yep.
And
Landwatch and Classic Country Land. Classic Country Land, I actually bought 13 acres on top of the mountain down in Wilburton, Oklahoma through them. They have a really good deal. It's pretty much the same type deal that we got over here. And but Classic Country Land, they have land all across the United States, but it goes quick. So
Glenn and Shannon, I know, like, they said, I'm happy for you, but I'm glad I don't have moving on my horizon. Yeah, I hate moving.
Katie, that's a good possibility. I mean, I don't know.
As an adult, I've moved, like, 3 times in my adult life, and I could be happy if we never moved again.
Yeah.
So
I hope this will be the last for me.
Yeah, I hate moving.
So, Katie, the problem is this 3.5 acres that's attached to ours. If you've paid any attention to the videos on our land, the east side of our land is relatively flat. I mean, it's at a little bit of an angle. But as you go west, it starts going up the side of the mountain. The 3.5 acres is on west of that, so it's all on a slope. So it's going to be hard to build or anything like that. I have heard that the very back side of that land has a good flat spot on it, but I don't know. I haven't been back there.
We
so
try not to trespass. Let's see.
Yeah, James, I've moved countless times.
James
I don't even
said,
know.
I guess he's talking about clawfoot tubs, but he said they're slicker than dog snot on a brass doorknob.
Yeah, that's about right.
Handheld shower head. At one point, we had a handheld shower head in ours, and we ended up doing away with it. I don't remember why. Do you remember why we took it out of there?
Actually, I think you've done that before I got here.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember. But our shower head is mounted, like, in the middle of the tub. So, yeah, it's not at one end or the other. It's in the middle. But
Katie, we definitely will.
But the shower curtain, the cold air comes in around the tub and up underneath the shower curtain, and the hot air goes out the top. So it's always, like, sucking up against you.
Yeah.
You have to, like,
as you turn the hot water on for the shower, it causes cold air to come in through the bottom, and it pushes the curtain. It's ridiculous.
It's awful. It was a really good idea.
I think it's really awesome. I mean, the concept of what is done in there, I think, is just fabulous.
It'd be so much better if you didn't have to have a shower curtain.
But as I've said for the last couple of years, I need to go in there and just build a solid surround on the back side and the front side, build that all in, and then just have a shower curtain across the front. It'd be nice.
Yeah. Katie said I hated it. Pooch just come in. Howdy, Pooch.
Hey, Pooch.
You need a partner on the 3.5?
That's what I told her. Yeah, I would keep her in mind. She said keep her in mind. So, I mean, because here's the thing, guys. I absolutely want to do everything we can to buy that property just because it's going to raise us up to over 10 acres.
Yeah.
For that simple fact alone. But making this move and doing what we're doing, we're going to start over with nothing down there, and we're not 100% sure we're going to be able to afford it. We're going to try, but I don't know if we could actually buy it or not. We're going to do our best, but we'll see.
So Ace, we actually got some curtain magnets on Amazon, and I swear they were like the best thing since sliced bread. They're about that big, and but the thing is that when you move the curtain and they fall off, they stick to the bottom of the tub. You almost need like you need something to pry them off the bottom.
Almost like a flat screwdriver to get under them to pry them off. They are tough.
That's my phone.
They are tough magnets.
Dang it, I have to take this call, y'all. So Wiley's going to have to entertain y'all. I'll be back. And the problem is they ripped holes in the curtains.
Yeah, so the kids would,
Hello?
They didn't quite understand the whole concept behind the magnets. So they'd get in or they would do something and it would rip holes in the curtain, and then the curtain would start leaking and, all that kind of stuff. So we're at Jeff's covering electric lines. Oh, awesome. Did y'all get the one run out to the shed and everything and getting everything covered up now? That's awesome, Lindsay. Somebody just asked, I am going to mess that up if I try to say it. Is it joke? Jock? Jacques? I don't know. Hi and welcome. Thanks for coming by. Me and Jeff ran it today. Awesome. So we are probably going to be staying the night over there next week sometime. I think Jen's already discussed that with Jeff. But anyway, sorry, I'm trying to read these comments, and I don't like looking away from my phone to read the comments down here, and then I can't hardly see the comments on my phone, and I have to study them for a minute. Jacques, is that it? Hi everyone from Black Bear, Georgia. Hi Dolores. So anyway, yeah. I don't even remember where I was at. We was talking about the land, I think, but I think I was pretty well had that all covered. So we did find out that the guy that's coming to do the survey is going to do the north and south property line on both of our properties, so ours and Jeff's. It's going to be $400 each, which is going to be fabulous. Okay, Tony, we understand. We'll see you later. No worries, brother. Do your best. Wiley, I thought you were having a Biden. Yeah, it's probably what it looked like, ain't it? No, hey, Jesus Lord's in Valdosta, and y'all probably ain't too far from each other, are you? Hey, Dot, how are you? So anyway, I've got the sawmill up and running 100% now. Used it yesterday to get some work done for Tony. Got him some 2x4s and 4x4s and stuff made. Tomorrow, well, no, probably not tomorrow. Next couple of days, I've got some big, probably 30-inch diameter oak logs I've got to do. Got to cut some trailer boards for the floor of a friend of mine's trailer, and I got to get it all done. That's actually trading part of the price we give. Hey, Jamie, we give for the bus that the kids are staying in now. Part of that is to mill up this lumber for him to get his big trailer refloored, and so I'll be working on that. That'll be another video coming out before too long. Well, I say that whenever Jen gets to it, but anyway, we I don't remember where I was going with that. Dang it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I did have a Biden moment. So we should have, let's see, Lily's church bus should be delivered over here sometime probably next week, so we can get the seats pulled out of it, start getting it converted. Amen, Jamie, amen. Start getting it converted, getting her moved into it. Also, we got to go pick up, what kind of wood are you using for trailer bed? Oak. He had cut down, he had removed some really big oak trees off his property over there, and asked me if I could just saw it up for him for asked me if I could saw it up for him for the trailer boards. Once you put oak on a trailer, as long as you spray it down with a little bit of diesel or diesel oil mixture, once a year, you won't ever have to worry about it again. Problem with that being is it does add a lot of weight. Oak wood is heavy, and it adds a lot of weight to the trailers. But these big equipment trailers that he's got, the weight's not really going to matter all that much. And it's all farm trailers, so it's not a big deal. It's why most people use pine, but pine, you've got to replace it every couple of years. Even if you take care of it, might last 8 or 10 years, but as rough as I am on a trailer, I'm going to do oak on my trailer also, and we'll deal with it. Hey, Randall. Sorry, I didn't even see you come in. From South Carolina. White oak won't rot. Not a lot. Know that. More resistant to rot than cypress. Wow. So, I don't know. It's just oak. I don't know. It's not white oak. But we call them post oak around here. I don't know what. It's just oak. I couldn't tell you what it is. Sean, I'm way too rough on trailers for that. There's no way I could get pine to last 20 years on one of my trailers. So, James, as a farm tagged vehicle around here, it don't matter. There's no worries about any weight or anything like that. Of course, if you get stupid crazy, 120, 130,000 pounds, yeah, you might start having some issues, but around here, it's not a big deal. I couldn't ever get pine to last 20 years on one of my trailers, no matter what I ever did. Matter of fact, the big gooseneck trailer that I have out here, I'm pretty sure that's oak they put on it, but I don't think they ever done anything to it. That trailer was treated rough in the oil field. Oh, breakage, yeah, right. Blackjack, yeah, you're right. Well, I don't know. So whenever we cut firewood, I know there was a difference between the blackjack and the post oak. I'm not exactly sure what the differences is, but anyway, they're very similar. But blackjack usually has limbs a lot lower than what the post oak does. Old heart pine will last forever. You're not gonna find it. Yeah, you don't. That's everybody's doing that old soft pine from the store, and it just ain't. It ain't made to last like that. I mean, unless it's framed for a house, it's not going to last out there in the weather at all. And like I said, I'm super rough on them anyway. I know if you've followed any of my videos I've had in the past, it shows us going up and picking up those logs, bringing them back to meal, and I've put, you get a pretty good sized log that has a limb that you cut off a little bit too long, and you throw it on that trailer, and it just goes right through. So we tear up our trailers all the time. West Coast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot we used duct tape when my kids.
Okay, I'm back.
That for sure, Ace. I don't know. And the ones that we've found are like $50 for one long enough to go all the way around the tub. And man, they tear so easy. And especially when you have kids,
And when we magnet them to the side, they get ripped because the kids don't pay attention. And so we're constantly buying new $50 shower curtains. And it's not like they're anything fancy. Yeah.
I agree, Katie. I wish somebody would do something.
That's a good idea, Pooch.
What is it? I didn't hear.
Old bowling alley lanes wood for floor.
Oh yeah, that's actually some sought after wood. So there's a place up in Oklahoma City called Boxcar Willie's, and he looks for that kind of stuff, and he gets a huge price for old. So dry-van semi-trailers, they've got that. I'm not even sure. It's some kind of it's exotic wood that they use in the floor of those. That's just super super tough, and it's really beautiful stuff. And so he buys that flooring. He buys old bowling alley flooring, and he gets huge money for that stuff.
Like old barn wood and stuff, and he charges ridiculous amounts.
Yeah.
Built a workbench out of it too.
Wow.
I bet that was awesome.
Yeah.
I bet it looked really nice. I mean, of course, you make it a workbench, and then you're probably got paint and glue and cuts and marks, and I mean, at least that's what our workbench looks like. Our workbenches look like workbenches.
Wood as hard as a skillet handle. Yeah, no kidding.
Speaking of skillet handle, we had like an 8-inch cast iron skillet that was, I don't know, it was in pretty rough shape. And so
but it was too small for us to use anyway. We'd never use it.
I mean, that's like what you'd fry a couple eggs in for a couple people.
Yeah.
We don't use any pans that small because we have a large family. So he cut it into a spatula for me and kept the handle. It's super awesome. It's probably dirty right now because I cooked with it earlier. But
y'all get to see our dirty spatula she cooked with earlier.
Yeah. Yep, it's still dirty.
It turned out super awesome, guys. I am going to make probably some more. Hey, Tish.
See?
It's dirty, but
it's got a number 5 right here, and on the back side of it, you can see where it says 8-inch skillet. So.
But it made a perfect.
He cut it out, and then he even kind of like sanded down this edge right here to make it less blunt.
Yep.
It's really I use this thing every day.
Yeah.
Every time I cook a meal, I use this spatula.
But we have to keep the kids beat because they want to throw it in the sink and let it set in that water in there. Then it starts getting rusty. So all of our cast iron stuff, they want to do that all the time, and we have to stay on them to keep them from leaving it in the water. Live 10 miles from Havco. They make the flooring for big truck trailers. It is good hardwood. Yes, it is good hardwood. I actually, so that skillet or that spatula, I seen a deal on what TikTok, or I don't even remember one time on it, and I thought I had to try it. And man, I'm going to make me some more for my grill and that kind of stuff. They're just awesome.
But we need more like junk skillets.
Yeah, find some old broke skillets or whatever that we can cut up, and man,
those 8-inch skillets don't cost a lot.
Hey,
though.
Larry.
At least not the last time. Well, I mean, we never bought any little ones like that.
Yeah.
We buy big ones, but even so, like our big ones weren't totally outrageous.
No.
So.
No.
But it'll literally last a lifetime, as so long as we can keep track of it.
If I could find the skillets, I'd be interested in making more. That's one thing we could be making and taking to sales, you know, and having them at the flea markets and stuff.
Yesterday when I talked to Jeff, he and I are talking about organizing a plant sale for next spring. So not this coming spring, obviously, because we're both moving, and it'd be really hard for us to keep up with plant starts and organize an event like that. But next year we're talking about having kind of a one-day plant sale.
So as we did last year, can you use old disc blades? Probably, Sheila. I would imagine that they would turn out about the same, other than they just don't have the form to make the handle. You know, that's already got the handle all made on it, all that good stuff.
And it fits perfectly in the side of a pan when you let it sit in there. Or when
but
you
there is some really cool, I've seen them make a walk out of an old disc. There is some really cool stuff you can do with them old disc blades, and I could definitely use them to build stuff. For
I
sure.
would like for you to make me a wok.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The fried rice would be even better if we had a wok.
Right. I don't even remember. Oh, the plant sale thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year we done a plant sale, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, we did really good last year.
We done really good on it.
I'm dying to do it again this year, but we're going to be between Oklahoma and Arkansas. In Arkansas, we don't have electricity to run the grow lights or water. I mean, our water is going to be really limited until we get the well drilled. And that's just, so yeah, it's just, I just have to accept the fact that it ain't happening this year. Yeah, right. I know. Anson was like, I can use your sawmill and you can use my forge.
Yeah.
We've already had that conversation.
Yeah. I think Anson's just like as giddy as a little kid of thinking about us coming over there and bringing that sawmill so he can use it for a while.
Man, poor Anson. I saw their video that come out today. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but they're clearing a spot for their gathering house, which I think is the next thing they're going to build. And they had this big, tall, super straight cedar. But him and what's Gladys's dad's name?
I can't remember his name.
I don't remember his name, but
he is an awesome guy, though.
But him and Anson were out there trying to cut down this tree, and they had two separate chainsaws. They had an electric chainsaw and a gas chainsaw. And I mean, even on the video, it took forever for them to fell the tree. Like, he even put like 10 hours later at the bottom of it. It was I commented and told Anson that, you know, it's funny that Gladys's dad had to come show you how it's done.
Raul, that's his name.
What?
Raul's his name.
Oh, yeah, I don't ever even think I caught his name.
They introduced me and I couldn't, but I can't. It's so hard for me to remember names.
Yeah.
Cowboy Kent.
Trish said hopefully she's in a new place by then. Where are you moving to, Trish? I mean, are you staying in Oklahoma? You're in Oklahoma, right? I think you're in Oklahoma.
I sent $50 to help out.
Oh, Larry has one made from a disc. That's awesome. Or not Larry. Kent does. I'm subscribed to his channel. You're talking about no, never mind. I'm thinking of Ken Lone Cowboy Adventures. Ken. I wasn't thinking. I don't know who Kent Rollins is. But,
awesome, Sheila. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, James. I saw your super chat or in their comment section. That's really awesome of you. We have an electric chainsaw that is actually pretty awesome. At least until Michael threw the chain on it the other day and then kept going and it cut all the teeth off of it.
destroyed the chain. I've been running chainsaws since I was probably 5 years old, guys, and I have, I can tear some stuff up, I promise. I've never seen a chainsaw blade or chain get so tore up. He destroyed this chainsaw chain.
I mean, Michael's a bit of an overachiever.
Yeah,
he's gonna
for sure.
mess something up. He's gonna mess it up good.
Trying to get home to Texas.
Well, I hope you get there.
What part of Texas you from, Trish? Hey T, I didn't see you come in.
Oh, Sheila said her son's supposed to make her a walk out of a disc. She said she could bring us an old disc. Do you have anything to form it?
Oh heck yeah! They're already formed. Oh. All it is a hole in the middle you have to weld up, and it's pretty much done. You just have to shine them up.
What's she talking about? Because I don't even know what she's talking about.
You know the big deals that go behind a tractor that disc up all the ground. It's a big disc about this big around, and it's concave.
Oh.
And it's got a hole in the middle of it, where it attaches to the bearings. But
that makes sense,
yeah,
yes.
It works perfect. I mean, you just weld the hole up in the bottom and slick it all up. And
put some handles on it.
They're awesome.
That sounds awesome.
That's what Anson said was the chain came off and needed a new chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe it's something with those electric chainsaws. Maybe it's, but I have discata is what it's called, what they're called, the disc walk.
Oh,
and I'll bring your winter
yes.
onion sets. Oh, awesome.
Yes.
We'll be passing through I-40, exit 107, 108 here in my part of Manual. 71 degrees right now. Huh.
It's 65 outside right now, but it's been cloudy all day and windy, so it doesn't feel like 65.
Oh man, you're going out to West Texas? There ain't nothing out there. Nothing.
I'm sure she knows that.
It's funny. I used to I live in less than a mile from Lodge Cast Iron Factory. Oh, that's awesome. Man.
Really, I don't know where you're at, Katie, but I bet they'd cost a fortune to ship.
And if you find any that's damaged or I don't know, I'm sure they remelt them and reuse all that, but I would love to have as much of that stuff as I could, because I'd like to start making stuff like that to sell.
He's got a pile of cutting boards or charcuterie boards out in the shop right now that he's never finished. Actually, I say that I never finished them because his job is making things and it's my job to make them look pretty. So he cuts stuff and I'm the sander and the polisher and stuff, and so I haven't finished those, but
So Evelyn,
really?
you're absolutely right. Since this whole big oil boom and all that, it has gotten bad down Odessa, Midland, all that whole area off down in there has gotten worse and worse and worse. You're absolutely right.
Pooch, you're in Crowley? I used to live right off of Hewland Street. Crowley's right there on the south side of Fort Worth, ain't it? I lived there for about 5 years when I was.
Hi Samuel.
Early 20s.
We are doing fantastic. How about you?
I actually went to Crowley High School for my junior year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Midland, Odessa area, I was hauling frac sand down there for a few years, and that's whenever all that growth really started happening down in that area, back in 06, 07, and that it's
Hey Samuel.
It really has went downhill bad since all that really started back then. And I've got friends that still haul frac sand in the area, and I'm always hearing really bad stuff down there.
Wiley, I grew up in Odessa, lived there most of my life. It has never been safe and is horrendous now.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know it's gotten worse and worse.
Hey, Cindy, she said she's here now. Start over.
Hi, Cindy. I know definitely from the time I got there in 06, 07, to the time we pulled out in 2012, 2013, something like that, it was, you could totally see the difference. I didn't know how it was to begin with, but
So you didn't really miss anything, Cindy. We've just been jabbering on.
yeah.
Long story short, Wiley's got a sawmill video coming out next week. The video of Mama V doing work at Mama V's house and Jeff at Bobblehead. That'll be out tomorrow. And then we're going to Arkansas late next week to have our survey done finally. So that's pretty much all. I mean.
So James, whenever I first started going down there with that frac sand, it wasn't too bad.
Rainy Ridge.
Hey, Rainy Ridge. It wasn't too bad going to the truck stops. It didn't bother me any. But after we had been down there for about 2 years, we wound up renting like a 5 acre, a shop with 5 acres. And so we could park there and not be at the truck stops because it had already started getting that bad within just a couple of years.
Sheila, I know, we do need to get that stuff together, but we won't be going to any farmers markets or anything this year because of our move. But hopefully by next year we'll be able to have that kind of stuff ready. The charcuterie boards, and he's made a lot of rolling pins because he's got a nice lathe too.
Yeah, and
that's like hobby stuff that we really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
That unfortunately we don't find a lot of time to do.
And the thing is I've been, even my sawmill, I don't know why I do this, but I kind of got a little bit burnt out messing with the sawmill, and I really haven't paid a lot of attention to it since I built the trailer for it. And I got it out yesterday, and I was like, why am I not doing this more? Why am I not, doing it more, trying to make more money with it, trying to, but I really enjoy doing it. But
it's because you like cars too.
Yeah, probably.
And so
I like too many different things, I think.
He does. He likes too many different things, and then he gets sidetracked. Your son wants to go back to Fort Worth, but not you. Yeah, I lived in Fort Worth for about 5 years.
James, you started driving in 08. I'm assuming you mean a big truck. I started in 97. I think 97, and I bought a 96 model Freightliner is what I started out in.
Glenn and Shannon are talking about the movie Tin Cup. I haven't seen it, but this Waffle House in Odessa is just like the Waffle House in Midland.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, Midland, Odessa is pretty much exactly the same. I mean,
haven't been to either. Yeah, that hobby ADHD. Yeah. That's about right.
we have that. I have that issue really bad.
Yeah, and my hobbies bounce back and forth between soap making and arts and crafts and gardening. Yeah, so my arts and craftiness comes out when Wiley's woodworking. So we make a really, really good team when it comes to woodworking stuff and building things together.
We've made some beautiful benches. We even
furniture.
We even had a lady. We made a bench for the Nacogdoches tribe of Louisiana. She come all the way up here, ordered a bench, took it to them in Louisiana to put it in their tribal museum down there, and that was really, really exciting for us.
Yes, it was. We took the tribe seal and put it on the back of the bench, and Wiley carved it all out, and then I hand painted it all, and it looked just like their logo. We were so proud of it. It turned out
beautiful.
So good.
Yeah. My husband used to deliver tractors to Midland back in
Trish,
the 80s.
I'm with you. I am with you. In my early 20s, living in a big city was A-okay, because, I mean, you could go 5 minutes in any direction and find a Walmart. And everything was open 24 hours a day. But now, you couldn't pay me to live in a big city.
I wouldn't.
No.
I've never lived in a big city,
No.
so I wouldn't, and I don't ever want to.
Fort Worth's the only big city I've ever lived in. And I didn't live in, a ghetto part or a bad part.
I mean, Tecumseh, Shawnee's the biggest city I've ever lived in. So,
and we're talking 30,000 people.
Not even 30,000, I don't think.
It's almost like Eugene, Springfield.
Yeah. And it's pretty much like Shawnee, Tecumseh. That's Midland, Odessa. It's all pretty much the same. I think there is a couple of more miles separating the two down there than there is up
Katie
here.
said she lives part-time in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Ooh. I don't know where that's at either.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can find
either.
it on a map, maybe.
You lived in Fort Worth, Jen?
I did, yep. Yep. I used to live right over there by the Hewlin Mall. And I went to Crowley High School. That's where I bought my first house, actually, was just north of Crowley.
Yep. Only thing that separates Eugene and Springfield is I-5. Yeah. That's pretty much the way it is with Shawnee and Tecumseh. I mean, the only thing that separates them is the river. I mean, for the most part.
Rainy Ridge said, our town doesn't even have 1,000 people in it. I still wouldn't live in town. I agree. I don't want to be able to see my neighbors.
Pooch said he went to Crowley High School.
Hey. That was probably before I did, though.
Yeah, probably. Are you trying to call Pooch old or what?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
I think she did, Pooch. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that meant.
I only went there for a year, so yeah. Yeah. My junior year in high school.
I want to be able to pee off the porch. Absolutely,
Yeah.
James. Yep.
As a woman, it's not as easy for us to pee off the porch as it is for y'all men, but I do like that sort of privacy.
85 is when.
Oh, yeah, no. Mine was like 2003, probably. I bet.
So whenever Trish said when she lived in Kyle, there was only about 2,000 people, and she loved it. It's close enough to Austin that if we needed to get something available in Kyle. Yeah.
That's how we are here.
That's how we are here.
Oklahoma
Yep.
City is like, I don't know, 40 minutes away or so. I mean, depending on where you're going in Oklahoma City, but it's about 40 minutes. So it's within, it's not that far away.
40 minutes pretty much puts you in the middle of downtown.
Yeah.
And so, I grew up in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. Whenever I grew up, it was tiny. It's grown a lot since we left, probably in 89, 88, 89, somewhere around in there. But 87, 88, I don't know. But anyway, whenever we left, it's grown up a lot over there. But it's still a small town. It's not.
Cindy, that all sounds right up my alley, except I am not a musician. I can play like Mary Had a Little Lamb on the piano, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but that's as far as my musical talent goes. I was in choir in high school, but I never learned how to play an instrument. But I do like to. I mean, I can sew. I don't think I've ever actually made candles before, but it'd be fun to do, especially
Emily's
the
made
different
them.
color. Yeah. Especially the different color ones, like where you can go. There was a candle place you could go to, and you could make your own candles, and you could like dip them in different colors, and then you could like shave them, and you could see all the different colors, and they look like one of those giant jawbreakers. I think that'd be really awesome. Yeah.
Polksville, Mississippi. I can imagine living in a big city. Yeah. Yeah, we
Cindy said, I read and clean. I wish cleaning was one of my hobbies. But it's not.
Yeah, I wish cleaning was one of her hobbies. Can't imagine living in a big city, but Gulfport's okay for us. I see country life as a full-time job, but I do miss being home. Yeah. Jen, you're a star, Mike says.
Oh, well, thanks.
I love anything to do with wood. She also does embroidery and calligraphy. Really?
We got Emily a calligraphy set for Christmas 2 years ago, and she uses it occasionally.
Yeah.
She just recently had her sewing machine replaced, so she's been doing sewing projects.
Emmy is a little ADHD whenever it comes to hobbies also. She'll work on one for about a week and then get tired of it, and she'll decide she wants to do something else.
Yeah, she'll
and
start crocheting
yeah.
a blanket and then get sidetracked and then start doing something on the sewing machine and get
Yeah.
distracted, and then she'll start an art project and get distracted.
So Salisaw, Oklahoma, whenever I grew up out there, had Blue Ribbon Downs was the horse race track out there, and I really don't know how Salisaw's grown like they have because they shut Blue Ribbon Downs down, and I don't know what the reason we moved away is because there wasn't any work down there, but it's grown a lot, and I absolutely love that part of the state, and I think that's why I like where we're going in Arkansas so much, is because it reminds me a lot of where we was at in Salisaw.
Arkansas is enough mountains to make me feel like home because I grew up in Northern California, but the politics aren't there, which makes it better than California, so I'm really happy about it. James said he carved his own eating utensils.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So I've tried to make a few.
Trish said, why clean it? It's only going to get dirty again. Yeah. So, most days, not every single day.
Shiloh Acres. Hello, guys.
Most days we tidy up the house twice a day, but we're training the kids to do it, so it's not always done to my standard. But our house isn't filthy. It's just, there's a pile of dirty laundry in front of the washer, and sometimes the trash can gets overflowing.
So, Cindy, well, I don't know.
Yeah, don't be dumb. Hit that thumb, y'all.
I don't know about foreign currency, but I can't remember what the heck it is. It's like I think it's Confederate money, maybe. But I was digging through my toolbox that I have in storage over in Seminole the other day, and I forgot to tell you about it. But there's like it's almost like a silver certificate, but it says State of Arkansas on it.
Huh.
I think it was State of Arkansas. It's pretty awesome, and I'm going to have to get it and look it up, see if it's even worth anything. I mean, my luck, it's probably worth 25 cents, but...
Yeah. Who knows? You never know. Shiloh Acres, thank you so much for that compliment. I've been working really, really hard on improving the quality of our videos.
I will have to, Cindy.
Said, show a picture. Yeah, because I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't even know how it is in my toolbox over there. But it's obviously something I've gathered somewhere.
That's probably, from when they started going to the dollar notes instead of coins. I don't know. That'd be cool. We were reading about that in our history book, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
About how, really our dollars aren't worth the paper they're printed on.
Yeah.
Because the banks can't back it up. So.
Oh, just because I clean doesn't mean my house is clean. Oh,
right.
You can't clean enough in this house.
Our house is so small. It's like under 500 square feet, and you could sweep the floor every 5 minutes and think that
not
you
look
done
like
it
it's
all.
ever been done.
I mean, it'll look like it is for a minute until you walk through the house.
I'll have to check into it. Like I said, I'm not even sure exactly what it was. I just seen it and I was like, oh man, that's cool. And I was going to bring it home, but I was trying to dig out that big heater that Dad needed, and I totally forgot about it. So I'll have to remember to get it next time I'm over there.
So we actually, you guys probably know, but we homeschool the kids. And lately we've been studying history. And actually, we got the Tuttle Twins books, and we also bought a friend of ours had sent us the history books. There's 2 of them, and man, they're actually really awesome. Like, it tells the story of history in story format, so it's not so much as remembering dates and names and locations. It tells you, like, the story of George Washington. And how, like, he ran from most of the battles that he was in, and I did not know that. Like, he got saved by the weather more than once. He was surrounded on all sides, and then all of a sudden a fog moves in, and he's able to escape. It's amazing.
So, James, here's our little bag of goodies right here.
This is our pop quiz.
Whenever we do a pop quiz every night after we eat dinner, And so you just reach in here and you pull one out, and so, what's the capital of Kentucky?
And they have to tell us.
And they have to tell us. And then mixed in that's all mixed in, and then the longer ones are, so this is cruel and unusual punishment, which
no cruel and unusual punishment.
no cruel and unusual punishment, which one of the Bill of Rights is that?
We're studying the.
That's how we do our pop quiz. I mean, we're not fancy by any means, guys, but it works great. And the kids they have got to where it's kind of a competition to which one can answer the quickest.
Mm-hmm.
Frankfurt, you're right.
Yeah.
Which one is the quickest? So it's gotten to be really, really fun.
So some of them are the capital. So there's one in there that says Frankfurt, and then there's also one in there that says Kentucky, and you have to. So at one point I might ask, what's the capital of Kentucky? And then 3 pieces of paper later I might be like, what? Frankfurt, and I don't have to ask the whole question. I just say Kentucky or Frankfurt or Albany or whatever, and Providence, and they have to name them off. And there's not a whole lot that they get wrong. I mean, of course it's like a collective thing. Lily doesn't know near as many of her capitals as she does, or as the other ones. But Lily does know when we have a map. Like, you can see our world map right there, but there's our state map over there. And so she'll be sitting here at the table while we're doing it, and she'll be looking at the states trying to find the capitals, but the other ones name them off so quickly that it's hard for her to keep up.
Yeah.
But
she's doing pretty good. There's
really
quite a few of them. She's nailing and doing pretty good.
I believe that everybody who has the right to vote should have to be able to pass the civics exam, and so that's what we're focusing on for our history lessons. Is I've downloaded a sample of the civics test that people have to take in order to become citizens. And
Glenn and Shannon, I believe that's 8.
It's 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, from the original Bill of Rights, it's number 8. No cruel and unusual punishment, huh, Emily? Oh, no.
Yeah, Emily, I don't know what it is about the fascination she has with the being, the cruel and unusual punishment, but she can nail that one every time.
Larry, we are still working on penmanship, so cursive will come. But it's not something that we're teaching at the moment.
Yeah.
Look, if murderers kill someone, they need to be killed the same way.
Right, yeah.
So that's that's the only exception to cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, as if you torture somebody, you should get tortured to death too.
Exactly,
right?
not just like hung or whatever.
Yeah.
They let killers off way too easy.
Yeah, so the kids can name all of the first 10.
Well, it's the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
That's the Bill of Rights.
Mm-hmm.
The first 10 is the Bill of Rights.
Right, and you can ask them randomly. You don't have to ask them in order. You can ask them randomly, and they know.
Hi,
the
Rose.
answer. Of course, we studied it a year ago, and then we went like 6-8 months without studying it, and then now it's like we haven't studied it at all.
Yeah,
so
they've done forgot it all.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest. I mean, I'm really proud of Hunter. Hunter is really kicking butt on it. Mm-hmm. Lily's doing a good job.
Hey, Patty. Hey, Rose.
And of course, I mean, Emily and Michael they do a bang up job on it. But
yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
They're old enough that they've pretty well known it anyway. But they're hey, Patty.
No hanging them by their toenails.
Oh, hey, it's 5:03.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
As Rox and Ant, they're next, right?
Yeah, Anthony and Roxanne go live at 5. We should probably get off here pretty soon. And then DD5, Drifting Dreamers 5 with Mike and Lissa, they go live at 6. And then I'm not sure who goes after that on Fridays.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Did you come
hi,
to say
Charlene.
hello? Miss Kitty wants to say hello to
Hi, Miss Kitty.
Oh, she's done.
Yep,
She said hi now. She's
That's
leaving.
enough. It's a wonder she didn't slap you while you're in there.
I'm glad she didn't claw me.
No hanging them by their toenails? No, you can't do that.
Although,
Everybody have a good
I
evening.
think that if we went back to the old ways where, like, if you got caught stealing something, you lost a hand, I think that would deter a lot of people from taking what's not theirs.
Yeah, right.
But nowadays, it's like,
Bye,
you
Pooch.
stole
Have a good
something,
evening.
just don't do it again.
Thanks for hanging out.
Or if you're in the right, never mind, I won't go into that.
Yeah. Let's not get into that, please. So what you're saying is you're smarter than a 5th grader.
No.
I know.
No.
Not by any means, Mike.
Bye, Armida. Thank you
Bye,
for coming.
Armida.
Y'all, please don't forget to hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Miss Kitty Trish says hello.
So I have, being a truck driver, I have a little bit of an advantage over everybody else when it comes to the states and the capitals and all that stuff. But
Yeah, a little.
the judge slapped their hands and released them.
No.
Larry said his daughter's 32 and she had to have somebody translate a cursive letter. Patty, we're very
Absolutely, we're.
I want to say, like, I'm torn between excitement and stressed out.
Yeah, right.
Because as it gets closer, I'm like, we have so much to do. And I'm like, I'm so ready to go. I'm ready to just, like, pack up and just leave everything here.
Yeah, it's.
And just leave this place the way it is. We're not selling it, so who cares if we clean it up or whatever. We'll be back and forth a lot.
Quite a bit, yeah.
So,
I mean,
but
other than the fact, it may even come down to it that we leave the shipping container here and put small things in there that we can lock up and it not get hauled off. So,
right. Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. Probably won't be going to any parades this weekend. I didn't even know it was.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, happy Mardi Gras, everybody.
James
we
said
won't
he's
be
not
going nowhere.
James said he's not seeing an alert for CRC, so they may not be doing anything today. I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't think I got notified.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to hang out for a little while, y'all let us know. If CRC's not going live, I don't want to step on their toes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to step on their toes anyway.
We have. I mean, the amount of people we have in here now is a lot for us.
For this channel, yeah.
Either of our channel, this is a lot. And but I mean, they have like hundreds of people, so
yeah.
But it doesn't mean they don't still need the views and things like that. They are good friends of ours, and out of just pure respect, we don't like to take up their time.
Right.
I love Anthony and Roxanne to death. And at this rate, don't tell Lily I told y'all, but she probably hopes to grow up and marry Wyatt.
Yeah.
So.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not seeing alive. So, I mean, if you guys want to hang out, we'll just hang out for a little while. Me and Jen, I, for one, didn't eat all day. And so right before we got on here, she made us a couple burritos to snack on.
And now we're not even
I don't even know that I want dinner now.
I made breakfast this morning. You didn't eat it?
You made breakfast?
Yes. As I was leaving, I made breakfast.
I didn't even know.
Why do I even try?
Heck, I can't read my own cursive. Works as a doctor. Yeah, that's pretty much the way I am.
Oh, well, everybody's saying they're not going live right now.
Well, I mean...
I wonder what they got going on.
You guys want to hang out for a little while, we'll hang out.
I just made a few brats.
Ah.
Oh, thanks,
Lily
Charlene.
did a good job the other day. Thanks,
I handed
Charlene.
her the camera, and I was like, here, go tell everybody what we're doing. And that's what she did. She did a good job.
I used to work for a doctor that couldn't read their own writing. Yeah, I believe it. I don't think anybody can read a doctor's writing. And I did actually hear one time that there's a reason for that, but I can't remember what that reasoning is.
Maybe it's because they have to sign their name so many times that eventually it just becomes illegible.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, because doctors will give you a pass. Like, they used to give us a pass for school, and then it would just be a scribble, and for the, I don't know, medicine place, you'd give it to them, and they're like, I know exactly what this is.
Jason, I can't hardly read my writing.
It's funny with me is, one day I can write something, and you can't read it. And the next day, you would think it was, Jen wrote it, because it's, it just depends on my mood and how much effort I want to put into it. But I can write beautiful, but I don't most of the time.
My handwriting is big and bubbly
I actually
like
so
my personality.
No.
so I have a cousin that's in prison, and
It's so they can't be copied.
Oh, okay,
She was
that makes sense. I have a cousin that's in prison, so I used to write. We used to write letters back and forth all the time. And my ex-wife, I had wrote a letter to Paul, and I asked her to mail it, put it in an envelope, and mail it for me. And so she read the letter before I sent it, and she was wanting to know what girl wrote the letter because that wasn't my handwriting. Penmanship and the ability to spell. Folks that have good penmanship can't spell cat. Really?
Huh. I think that I'm pretty good at spelling, and my penmanship isn't too bad.
I mean,
Few chores are done, and supper is on. Well, you're doing better than me. We pulled out chicken a while ago, and then I made a snack before the live stream because we were starving, and now I'm not even hungry. So now
I'm not even going to get supper.
Yeah.
I've never been accused of that one. Yeah, seriously, I mean, that's a true story, guys. She thought that I had some girl write it for me. It's no joke.
That's funny.
Imagine.
Hey, Ford dude.
Come here, Miss Kitty.
You're late. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good thing we're late because you're way late. And we're like, we're hanging out overtime. So
Come here.
we're putting in overtime just for you, Ford dude. Just so you can come check us out.
We knew you were going to come hang out with us today.
Unusual for a Friday for us.
Yeah. Oh.
Some days I write better than others, and I can spell. I can't spell at all. Yeah, I just got done grilling some barbecue pork chops. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, I bet that was good.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to cook this chicken.
Yeah.
But now that we had propane delivered today, I can cook it in the oven and not worry about running out. Our propane tank was at like 5%.
Yeah, we was getting really low on propane.
So when I had it filled in, I don't know, it was probably like August, September-ish maybe, is when we had it filled. But I only had them put 200 gallons in it because I knew we were going to be moving. And usually when we have them fill it all the way up, it lasts us all year. So I only had them, it's a 500-gallon tank, so they can only put like 375 gallons or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they can only fill it up to 75%. So I didn't have them fill it all the way up because I figured we didn't want to move it with propane in it. But we installed those propane heaters in the school bus for the kids. And then with that super cold weather, and then I've also been cooking a lot of meat and freeze drying it. And so all those things combined, we ran out before we thought. And yeah, so we paid $2.25 a gallon for propane today.
Yep. And that's, so if you buy, it's usually here, and I'm sure it's everywhere, but 100 gallons, if anything less than 100 gallons is about $3 a gallon. Anything above 100 gallons is $2.25 a gallon. If you get 200 gallons or more, then it goes down a little bit. So the more you buy, the cheaper it is. And but if you get anything under 100 gallons, it's probably over $3 a gallon.
Yeah, we didn't even price that.
I know it's 3 something. Whenever we went and had those little tanks filled to take to Jeff's with us, it was 3 something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Glenn said Shannon's an exception to that study. She writes in hieroglyphics and still spells banana wrong.
How much are you guys having for propane? And actually, I'm not sure. I need to.
Oh, Shiloh Acres, that sounds so good.
Polish sausage, sauerkraut, baby gold taters, cornbread. Oh man, that does sound
really
good. Yes, it does.
Hey Dee, how's it
Hi
going?
Dee.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something with chicken. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I think we've got some boneless, skinless breasts in there, or split fryer breasts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So I'm curious. Is anybody over in our area that we're moving to over in Arkansas? I'm curious to see how much propane is over there because I haven't looked. I know gas is actually 10, 15 cents cheaper a gallon over there than it is here.
So long as you're like in Fort Smith. But once you get out where we're at, it's more expensive.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious what it's going to cost us over there. I would imagine about the same. But
poor dude said he's on a plan where they just come every month and top his tank off.
Hey, Brett. No kidding.
Yeah. $78 for 90 gallons of propane here in Scottsboro. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, no, our 100 gallons cost us $225 today.
Wow, that is awesome.
That Sheila said she's having the same thing.
Daughter requested comfort food, and that's what she wanted. Heck yeah, I'm game. Yeah, right. That's man, it sounds good. Jen won't ever cook for me good stuff like that. It's always burritos or a salad.
Or lasagna or French dip sandwiches.
I
Sweet
can.
potato casserole.
If you look, you can tell I definitely cannot complain about the stuff she cooks me.
You're just lucky because your beard covers your double chin.
Yeah,
Mine's
right.
out here for everybody to see. Making gumbo, that sounds good too.
Oh yeah, we was just talking about what was it? Was it gumbo or was it no?
Jambalaya. We had
Jambalaya the other day.
night.
Right. Nothing wrong with burritos. You can make those things so many different. So.
Hey DJ.
Hey DJ. Night before last, wasn't it?
I don't know.
When we had burritos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she had burritos and I was making my burrito, and by the time you add a little bit of meat, and a little bit of cheese, and a little bit of tomatoes, and a little bit of lettuce, and my burrito was so big that I couldn't fold it over, so I had to use two tortillas and tie them together and make a big burrito.
Yeah. And then he had to brag about how he only had one burrito.
Yeah.
It was just the size of two burritos rolled into one.
He had to use two tortillas. I don't know if you already said
Yeah,
that.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was stupid.
They're watching us on her TV in her she shed.
Oh, heck yeah. Zach Brown Friday, fried chicken and cold beer.
At least your belly like what she cooks anyway. Yes. Well,
Hi,
so
Denise.
for a while, she was getting a little crazy with the. No, we don't steam them, Brett. We just throw them on the open fire. We just throw them on the flame on the stove and heat them up.
That's
And I
what
just
we should
flip 'em.
do. That's what we should do to the kids.
Including you?
Yeah, including
No.
you are one of the kids.
Toasted Emmy?
Shut up.
That sounds good.
I was just starting to say something whenever, at least your belly. Oh, she was getting a little heavy-handed with the powder
Chili
stuff.
powder?
No, the everything. What is it all called?
Seasoning?
Seasonings. She was getting a little heavy-handed with seasonings, and I was having some issues with my stomach. So
How
she
many do you
had to
have?
back her off a little bit, and it seems to have worked out pretty good.
Yeah. And everything's super plain. Just kidding. It's not that bad. He said just turn it into a pizza. Yeah, they make those at Taco Bell. What's it called? I don't remember what
Ace said she don't go anywhere and don't use propane, but she knows donuts cost too much. Like a Mexican pizza? Yeah.
Yes, we
I could have
will,
done that.
Glenn. He said you'll love that flat top in the kitchen camper. Heck yeah.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. I cannot wait, actually. That's just... I just want to drive up there and get it right now so we can start trying to use it.
He's gonna want me cooking out there in that camper instead of in the kitchen of the
Yeah.
house.
Softening them up is key. Absolutely, Brett. That's...
Yeah, because otherwise you try to roll them and they crack.
break.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Just don't go ghost pepper. Oh, no.
I don't know about ghost pepper, but I do like spicy things.
Yeah, Wiley, I know a cow has multiple stomachs. Yeah.
Moo.
I do not like corn tortillas at all. If it's a corn tortilla, I probably ain't gonna eat because
Unless it's corn tortilla chips, then he's all game.
Like a taco, yeah, you know, I mean, I might eat one, but I'm not a fan of corn tortillas.
21 gallons for $78.
So about $3 a gallon,
Mm-hmm.
a little over $3 a gallon. Yeah. But I bet that's probably everywhere. The more you buy, the cheaper you get it.
Mm-hmm. Blackstone is the best dang thing he ever bought for his outdoor grilling and getting drunk
area.
That's awesome.
Fried rice is the bomb on a flat top too.
Ooh, I haven't tried that.
Right.
I am getting pretty okay at making fried rice though.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21 pounds of propane. So I don't know how many gallons that actually is.
What are those little ones?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a street taco fanatic. I haven't made.
I've been
street
bugging my
tacos.
husband for a spring form pan so I can make stackable Mexican pizza looking thing that could be on Facebook a while back.
So you can actually
Facebook and TikTok is the worst dang thing ever whenever it comes to wanting different ways to cook stuff.
Okay, but TikTok is really awesome for finding recipes. You know why? Because you can go in there.
Yeah,
and
but then you're going to be like her and be wanting me to buy you something special so that you can cook something special.
I haven't found that yet. But I don't even have TikTok. But you can always go and you can like chicken recipes, and 30 seconds later, you know what you're making for dinner. You know, those springform pans though, you can get those really cheap on Amazon. I bought a lot of them when I was baking and selling cakes. Actually, I haven't baked cakes in like a
3
year
years?
and a half, 2 years. No,
Probably close to 3 years.
yeah, probably like 3 years. And I had someone call me today asking if I could have a cake ready for tomorrow, and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, so you can get those springform pans pretty cheap on Amazon, and they're really awesome. Unless you dent them. If you drop that little bottom piece or something, it gets a dent in it.
Good night, Dolores.
Then
Thanks for
they will
hanging
not
out.
hold cake batter. They will leak everywhere.
Google says 0.23 pounds or 0.23 gallons make 1 pound. Well, which makes sense because it's like 7 pounds a gallon or 7. Wait a minute. I thought it was like 7 pounds a gallon. Yeah, a gallon of water. Well, which I don't know what propane weighs exactly, but. Anyway.
Yeah, you should, because like I said, they're really, I mean, you can get a set of them for I don't know. I think I want to say, of course, it's been a while. I want to say I got a set of 3. There was 3 different sizes. There's like an 8, a 10, and a 12 or something like that. And I want to say it was like $11 or $12 on Amazon, but that was several years ago. So, a gallon of water is 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Our 30-pound tank takes 7.5 gallons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My hair's so thin that it just is falling out of my clip.
A pint is a pound, whirled around. Y'all's confusing me. I used to make cakes too, wedding, birthday, occasional cake. Oh, man. She burnt herself out. So she got into making these cakes. Well, she was doing it before her and I got together, but she really got into it whenever her and I got together.
Because he got me a mixer and an oven. I was baking cupcakes and cakes on my propane grill when we met.
We was making some exotic cakes.
We did like a 3-foot tall princess castle.
It was
huge.
amazing. It turned out absolutely awesome. And she sold it for $75.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I told my
75.
neighbors, it was for our neighbor's little girl, and I was like, y'all pay for the ingredients and I'll make it, and just let me use my imagination.
Yeah.
And that was the
But-
deal. And then, I mean, I probably could have sold that cake for $1,000.
Uh-huh.
We done another one that was like a 4-tier. It had a big dragon come on all the way around it and down it, and
It was a
turned
castle.
out absolutely amazing. and I think she sold it for $75.
I did this. I was another neighbor, and
which was another $1,000 cake.
Yeah, which is funny because those are the neighbors that hate us now.
Yeah, both of those neighbors. But anyway,
yeah.
But she burnt herself out making these big, extremely hard, awesome cakes and selling them for nothing. She wasn't making any money at it, and totally burned herself out of it. Now she won't even make me a cake.
Now, if cake gets made around here, it's made by Emily.
Yeah. And I'm not even that good at it.
We do not have a toaster oven, Sheila. I figured if I needed to bake anything, I'll just use the
grill
Dutch oven
or the grill.
We do have a toaster.
I could use the Dutch oven in a fire.
We have a mini toaster.
A 30-pound tank holds 7 pounds of propane. The little tanks are 20 gallons.
Huh.
Yeah. You're talking about like the grill bottle ones that go in the bottom of your propane grill or whatever.
Sheila, honestly,
love the land every day. Hello.
We don't. An oven's not a big deal for us. If we want to cook something in the oven, we've got the thing out there that uses pellets. What's it called?
Dude, I don't bake cats either.
But we've got a perfect one right here. Somewhere.
I really like her though.
Too bad.
So whenever her and I first got together, whenever we first met, she was baking cakes, cupcakes, pies, bread, everything on a gas grill outside. We've done it on my smoker, so I've got a Traeger pellet smoker out there, and so she's actually made cakes and stuff on my smoker. And but like I said, I mean, we don't do that very much anymore at all, really.
Yeah.
And so as far as cooking in an oven, we've got the smoker, and that's all we need.
Yeah, it might come down to it where we get some sort of a toaster oven thing, but I'd almost rather have an air fryer or something instead.
Yeah.
But we have a big family, and so we've had an air fryer. It was part of we had an Emerald Lagasse Instant Pot. It was like Instant Pot, but it was Emerald Lagasse brand, and it had a lid that you could put on it that was an air fryer lid. And that was really awesome, except, I mean, you could make enough for 2 people in it.
Yeah, we even had the big Emerald Lagasse.
An 8-quart one.
You could make enough for, like she said, a couple of people. So to cook for 6 people, we had to do it.
3 batches.
It just didn't work out good. And that's our problem. Is even one of those what she call it, the oven,
Toaster oven.
Even a toaster oven is not big enough for us to cook for our whole family.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless we're just making a cake or something, it really wouldn't do us a lot of good.
We could do toast. Personal size pizzas.
And I mean, if it comes down to it and we decide we want an oven, I bet I can figure out a way to put an oven in a camper.
Or, you know what? I'll just go over to Jeff's and say, hey, Jeff,
you
can have some if I can use your oven.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure he'll be down for that.
I'm sure we're just...
Jeff doesn't know how much he misses home cooking.
Yeah.
We're really just using him. That's what they're not telling you.
4 dudes eating barbecue stuff and getting barbecue on his fingers and having to lick his fingers off before he can type.
Oh. Just don't bite your fingers. Ow. And don't take too big of a bite, because if we say something and you laugh, we don't want you to choke. So, Jeff likes pies. Well, I can make some good pies. Yeah. Mhm.
Especially if we have homemade dough.
Yeah. Mhm.
Glenn and Shannon said they got a decent sized roaster oven, but rarely use it. It works well.
Yeah.
And I don't, like I said, I mean, we have been lately using our oven a lot, but for the most part, we don't use the oven all that much.
But it's mostly because I've been cooking a ton of meat at once so that we can freeze dry it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, our next video on our mountain home is gonna be another freeze dryer video.
Shallow makers. I absolutely hate spell check or the
Emily,
autocorrect.
They said, my spell check always wants to change chicken to children. Apparently, I make fried children instead of chicken.
Just the best kind of children. Fried.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
fried.
too funny.
They gotta be deep fried.
We'll be able to do that whenever we get our trailer.
Yeah.
And she points at Hunter. It'd be a little bit of a drive, but you can use my oven if you're sharing. LOL.
The cat hopped onto my back.
I've been telling Jen until we come across this deal with Sheila to get this, getting this trailer. I've been telling Jen, do you guys know how hard it is to find an oven or a cook stove that don't need electricity?
Oh my gosh.
It
our
is
oven?
insane.
So when we build our house, we've already got a really nice cooktop that just is like a on the counter kind. It's got 5 big giant burners on it. I mean, this thing is big. Like, it's just a stove top for the counter. But I need an oven. And so we've been trying to look for ovens that don't need electricity, that just run on gas. And we haven't really been able to find
I've
any.
found a couple, but you're talking really high dollar, off-grid specific, high dollar stoves. Now, I know that you can buy old ovens that run off of just propane. You don't need electric. Now, for the most part, all the electric does is an igniter. So, I told her if we had to, we can buy one like that and just, manually light it. Would probably work out okay, but still, to buy an oven that runs purely on gas is ridiculous.
Dee said, I absolutely detest spell check. Ford Dude said,
No,
I'm from...
she said cell check.
Oh, spell check. See, I still read it right. And Ford Dude said, I'm from Georgia and haven't learned that my phone does not understand redneck. It always changes my words to something else. This fly won't leave me alone.
A Dutch oven? Yeah, we have a Dutch oven.
He said, I like my children fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. Proofreading just left it. Oh. Yeah, it's too funny.
Yeah, I do it all the time unknowingly. I do not spell check anything.
And he doesn't read it before he sends it.
And so, 2 days later, I'll be going through my comments and I'll be like, what did I say? I didn't mean to say that.
We've got a big Dutch oven. How big? It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty good size.
It's pretty big. And the lid you can actually use as a pan.
Yeah, it flips over
and you can use it as a pan. It doesn't have any handles on it. It has like the one little handle on the top that you stick the thing in and take the lid off. But you could easily use it on a grill as a pan.
For proofread anything, I just hit enter and then. Yeah, it's bad because I can't remember what it was here a while back, but somebody had left a comment on one of my videos and I replied to that comment, and whatever the word was that it changed on me, it totally made it sound like I was being a butt, and I didn't. It blew, and it was like 2 days later before I even realized I'd done it, and yeah, it was really bad.
I try, but sometimes the brain is faster than the fingers.
Most of us read what we expect to see anyway. Exactly right, Trish. That's exactly what she just done a while ago.
Yeah, you're trying to use the text to speech to text, yeah.
Oh, I don't. There's something about my voice that speech to text absolutely does not work. It cannot. I don't know if it's my voice or my accent or what, but it don't work.
Love and land every day. That's me. Like, I read it, and as I'm hitting send, I'm like, crap, that's the wrong word.
I was making a bad text to Shannon a few years ago. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's so great. So yeah. That one's making my eyes water. Oh, that's too funny. Oh. We should probably read that one out loud so that when people watch the replay, they know what we're laughing about.
Right.
Yeah. So just for the replay people, Glenn said, I was making a bad text to Shannon a few years ago when we were supposed to meet at Home Depot. She read, I'm standing by the front door with my duck in my hand.
Yeah, just in case they don't put that together. Yeah, probably
right.
a good idea.
Oh, that
Oh
was
my
enough.
gosh.
That was
Yeah.
enough for me. Yeah. So I forget what I was talking about earlier, but our next video on our mountain home is going to be a freeze drying video. This time I weighed all the meat before I cooked it, and then I weighed it after I cooked it. And then I'm going to weigh it again after it's freeze dried to see how much weight we lost during the whole process. But the problem is a lot of it was country style pork ribs, and they were super, super, super fatty.
I'm gonna bet you didn't lose any.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, not me. I bet I gained a few pounds from snacking. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be interesting. I can think of worse things that could pop up instead, yes.
Oh, I know it can because I've had it happen before.
What's bad is like when it's your boss or something.
And you're like, hey, and you know, try to say their name, and it comes out as something completely different.
Yeah.
Like Frederick, and it comes out as.
What's
F
even
word.
worse than spell check is accidentally sending a message to the wrong person.
Oh, that's bad.
So, particularly, like, if you're talking dirty to your husband or wife, you send it to your boss, that's really
No,
bad.
you send it to your boss or your child.
What?
Or you're talking crap about someone and you accidentally send it to the person you're talking crap about.
So my immediate family, you know, growing up, me and my mom and my dad and my brother, we've never, you know, been the type people to say, you know, bye, I love you, or, you know, we've just never been that type of family. I don't know, you know, whatever, for whatever
Because you
reason.
don't love each other very much.
No, we loved each other a lot. We just never did say it. But me and my brother Brian, we was driving my trucks. He had a truck leased on to my company whenever I had my trucking company, and we was driving across country. And
Oh no, James. At least it wasn't like your boss or
Yeah.
her mom or something. She'd already seen it, so it wasn't nothing to her, I'm sure.
So me and my brother talked, you know, daily whenever we was out on the road, and there was one time, you know, we was talking, and Brian was like, "Okay, bye, I love you," and I'm like, I mean, I almost wrecked the truck because we've never said that to each other, you know, and he was like, "Oh no, wait a minute." I thought for some reason I thought I was talking to my wife, you know, Becky, you know, and anyway, it was hilarious.
There's been a few times I've gotten off the phone with our neighbor Cece, and I'm like, "Okay, love you, bye," and then I'm kind of embarrassed. I do love him, but just not like that. Oh no, James.
Oh man.
Yeah, that definitely makes.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oops.
And then I get a phone call one time from one of my uncles. So, you know, my whole family's pretty much been truck drivers throughout the years. And one of my, I actually think it's Dad's cousin, but anyway, I've always pretty much called him my uncle. And so I was in Arizona, he was in California, and we was going to meet up at a truck stop and visit for a while. And because he was coming out of California, I was going into California, so we was trying to I get a phone call from him one day, and he's like, Wiley, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And I'm like, yeah, I can hear you. What's up? He said, I was just in the restroom at the truck stop and dropped my phone in the toilet, and I was just making sure it was still going to work okay. Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Trish said, in my family, we always say I love you, even when we're mad enough to spit nails. That's a good habit to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, and honestly, we've never been that way at all.
They said, yeah, I did the, okay, I love you, bye, to the Schwann's guy one time. I bet that made him feel really good.
So, and we still don't do that, but since my last divorce, I have been telling my mom I love her whenever I get off the phone with her.
Mm-hmm.
That's and it's only been the last 6 years, something like that.
I don't know. We've been together for 4.
Yeah.
So.
And but that's the only time and I don't know why. I don't know why that changed with Mom, but
now it's not I love you. It's love you, bye. But still means the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin got caught cheating on his wife, but like that, he thought he was sending a text to his fling, and he sent it to his wife. Now the dude is broken, jobless, and divorced.
Whoa.
See, that's karma.
Yeah.
That's
Jen, my cousin got caught cheating. Oh, that's what you
Yeah.
just said. Deborah and I say I'm not tired of you yet. Yeah, that's that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's probably how Wiley and I are going to be
Yeah.
after we've been married for a long time.
Never go to bed mad. Absolutely. Absolutely,
Yeah.
James.
Nobody comes to our house either.
Yeah, nobody ever comes to our house.
Which
And I mean,
kinda
that's
like
fine
it.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be different when we move to Arkansas and we actually have friends. But nobody ever comes over here. We'd love to host like holidays and stuff. Like we always go to Wiley's brother's house for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and all that. But that's because they have a big enough house to hold all of us. If we did something like that at our house, it'd be like, all right, everybody come in, single file, sit down, and don't move unless you have to go to the bathroom. And only one person at a time. Because there's just not enough. I mean, our house is a 12 by 40 shed, so it's not very big at all.
Yeah, Trish, I think about that all the time. And I don't know, maybe that's why I started doing it. But
Oh, James. Yeah, that makes it a little worse too. It
Ford
wasn't
dude
so
said
fresh.
it couldn't have happened to a better person.
Probably not. Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, I've told Jen a few times, if we ever wanted to host anything like that out here, we would have to build a shop or something.
A gathering house.
Yeah, a gathering house to be able to do it, because there's no way. It's either that or it's going to be outside. I mean.
So we've done that before. I don't remember what we did. Drew and Lindsay were here, and what we did is we moved the table to the middle of the room. And then we moved the benches outside, and we had all the food on here. So you come in and you walked around the table in a circle and got your food, and then you went back outside to eat it.
I think it was Drew and Lindsay and Roberta and.
Were Rebel and Felicia here too?
I think Rebel and Felicia was here.
Yeah.
I don't remember what all was going on, but yeah.
But yeah, we very rarely have visitors, and that's fine by me.
Yeah. Any news on the land survey? We will be meeting the guy. He just said towards the end of next week, so he's going to give us a day or two heads up, and we're going to meet. We're going to be meeting him the end of next week to do the land survey.
Yep, I'm really excited about it.
I grew up saying it because I believe my dad wished he would have Said it more to my grandma. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't talk to my dad nearly as much as I should. My mom passed away like probably about 10 years ago. I don't remember what year it was, but so yeah, that's why we'll be going to Arkansas next week, is for the land survey. And we're gonna meet up with Sheila, and Emily already has a job interview, even though it's gonna be 2 months till we move still.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So Ford Dude, I'm not sure if you had heard it on any of the other lives or her live last week or Wednesday or whatever, but we contacted the guy that done the survey out there on the land originally, that put the 4 corner pins in.
he's the one who did the plat map
And
that he filed with the county.
it was going to cost us like $1,800 to do it with somebody else, but we called him, and he's going to come out and do our north and south lines and Jeff's north and south lines for $400 each.
Yes.
So that is a smoking deal he's giving us.
Yes,
on
it is. We're really excited about it.
But I'm assuming it's because he already has the plat laid out. He already knows. All he's got to do is walk out there and do it.
Right.
Anybody
And
else
we're
is going to have to build that all up.
We're gonna follow him with some string and some spray paint, and we're gonna mark our lines while we're out there.
Well, fortunately, my mom and dad are still alive. Both of them are in, I don't know, not the greatest health, we'll put it that way. But I mean, my grandpa was my hero, and he passed away in 91, and I have the same feeling with him as what I understand everybody has with their parents passing away. Grandpa was, I was Grandpa's right-hand man, and yeah, so I sure wished I'd have been able to spend more time with him.
I know you or y'all have mentioned in the past, but I forgot, how far away are you from the new property? We are about 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Really far.
So yeah, it's
I
quite a ways.
think when the kids' bus burnt, we made it home in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You ran every speed or red light.
Yeah, we were hauling butt, and we did not stop for nothing. I held my bladder until we got home.
for just a casual drive to go over there, it's about 3.5 hours.
Look at
Sometimes 4, just depending on how much coffee she's had.
Yeah. I have a bladder of a toddler.
God.
But yeah, it is $400 each is a really smoking hot deal. So, and when I had first talked to him, I thought he was just talking about like our north line and Jeff's south line, which is basically just surveying the one in between us, which is the one we're having biggest issues with right now. But one of the old timers around there said that one of the reasons the previous buyer walked away from the land we're buying is because of a property line dispute with the people on top of the mountain. And so having our north and south lines done is going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yep.
And that's not something we've had to deal with yet. It's just something that we've heard about. And to have a survey already done, to be able to show the people, they can just, then if they want to take us to court, then it's on them. Whatever. But oh, I'm sorry, Trish.
Wow.
I know what you mean, Wiley. I spent a lot of years with my granddad over the summer. Oh. It must be especially hard to lose your parents as kids.
Yeah.
Or as a child.
Jen, wait till you get in your 50s. That hole in your bladder thing will be long gone. You might be able to hang in there for 30 minutes. Trust me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Almost the same distance.
My dad lives in California, in Northern California, and so little over 1,800 miles from where we are now. It's going to be closer to 2,000 miles
Yeah.
from our new place. So I don't get to see my dad a lot.
Although, I mean, we have definitely got to make another trip up there sometime. But
Yeah. Does Simply Jan go live on Wednesdays or Fridays?
Is it Jan?
Yeah, well, that's what Rachel said.
Yeah.
She probably knows better than we do. I know Drifting Dreamer 5 usually goes at 6 on Fridays, but Simply Jan might be also at 6 on Fridays. I'm not sure. Oh, man. Oh, Liam, I'm so sorry to hear that. Scheduled. Okay. Okay.
She is scheduled. I thought DD5 went up after you guys.
Usually Anthony and Roxanne at Country Road Kier go live at 5 on Fridays, but we didn't see a live for them today, so. Also next is DD5, yeah.
Oh, so DD5 and, okay.
An aneurysm. That's awful.
Wow. I've had some really young friends pass away of aneurysms.
Mhm.
Biggin, we called him Biggin. Of course, he was a Biggin. He was one of our close friends, and he passed away whenever he was in his late 20s with an aneurysm.
Well, I guess we better start wrapping it up then, huh?
Yeah,
If
I
we
guess
got
so.
Other people going live.
Give me a second.
We usually only stay on here an hour, but since there wasn't anybody coming up that we knew of, we just
Yeah.
decided to stay.
And
hang
everybody
out.
checked CRC, and they didn't
Yeah.
have anything scheduled, so we just kind of hung out. Thank you guys for putting up with us for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not familiar with the live schedule.
Jan is at 6. I guess Jan and DD5 is at 6. Okay.
Love you guys too. Yeah, 10 minutes until they're live, so we'll start saying our goodbyes now because then we might actually be
Yeah.
done in 10 minutes.
Thanks, Brett.
Yeah. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us. Don't forget we go live on Our Mountain Home at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Have a good
on
night, Rainy Ridge.
Wednesdays. And Wiley will have a video post tomorrow at 3 or 4 o'clock. And then
Have a good night, love the land.
Yeah. And then he'll have a sawmill video coming out later next week. Oh, you're fine, Rachel.
Ah.
You're fine. We love you anyway. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really care if you listen. Just let it play.
Yeah, right. And hit that thumbs up because it counts. All right.
You too, James. I'm out here. Bye, Larry. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye. Keep my duck in
Duck
a
in a
row.
row.
I always liked that when we had a lot of ducks. You walk out the front door and they're all in a line walking towards the pond, and I always thought to myself, today's gonna be a good day. We got our ducks in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye, Sheila. We are living the Waltons. What?
Rat now? I don't know what that means.
They're all giving you a hard time. Yeah, I bet. Night, John Boy. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the live. I know I'm quiet, but I always say thank you so much, Liam.
Yeah,
We really
thanks, Liam, for
appreciate
hanging
you
out.
guys.
We really appreciate it. All right, y'all. We're probably just going to get off here. Everybody's got stuff to do. I can't believe this many people hung out with us for 2 hours.
I know.
But
I just love
Ma-
the body lines on that truck.
you're glutton for punishment for dude. Yeah, right. We are going to get off here.
Night, Mary Ellen.
That way. So, I mean, at least somebody might be able to get them a cup of coffee or something before the next go round.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, Drew will go nuts over that Apache.
oh yeah, he will.
Yeah.
The 57, I love them. We actually had one We traded off to my uncle, but it was a 2-ton, 6100, I think.
The more I drink, the more I laugh. We don't even have anything to drink.
Yeah,
Adult
no,
drinks.
no.
No.
Yeah, you
So
guys,
sad.
You guys left all your wine out in the open.
Yeah.
When we cleaned out the fridge.
Well, there
It's
wasn't
still good,
very
though.
much left anyway.
Yeah. Oh, has like
Wow.
9 of them for sale. Yeah,
Holy
don't
cow.
tell Drew or he'll be making a trip to Georgia. Or South, what Carolinas, wherever you are, I forget.
Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
get off here. Really, this time. Bye, y'all. We love, y'all. Thank
Thank
y'all
you.
for hanging out.
I should do